Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Anya and I'm a singer-songwriter with a personality development coaching background. On this channel we talk about how songwriting and journaling combined with personality development tools can help us getting our shit together. In my previous videos, I've talked a lot about different journaling techniques or personality development tools we can use in our journaling to understand ourselves better or overcome negative beliefs we have about ourselves and all these things. In this video, I want to talk about songwriting and more specifically how to turn your journal entries into songs. For me, songwriting is something where I can be very honest about everything, about my anger, about other emotions that I have. I can reflect about how I really feel about things, and that is for me often a combination of journaling and then writing. And today I want to show you how I turn these journal entries into actual songs. I've talked about that before. My first EP that I've released is exactly that. All these songs on there are journal entries that I made into songs. And we take one of these songs and I show that as an example how I do it and how it might be something for you as well. Has to be said, obviously, in music and in songwriting, there is no right and wrong.
The code is more what you call guidelines than actual rules.
That is so cool when it comes to this whole creative part, but there are different ways and different approaches, and today I'll show you one of mine. So this video is for you when you are passionate when it comes to journaling, and now you think, oh, I might want to try the songwriting Anya talks a lot about. Or if you've written songs for yourself already, but you approached songwriting from a different angle till now. This video is very beginner friendly. It's like writing your first song or turning your first journal entry into a song. If you are a more experienced songwriter, I mean, you are welcome to stay, but also there are so many great channels on social media and on YouTube where you can learn more specific things. For example, holistic songwriting. I've mentioned them in my last week video in the vlog already, but I will link them again. And down in the description you find my top recommendations of people who teach songwriting in a genius way for more experienced people. You might have seen my username on TikTok or Instagram. That is called Anya, I Sing Your Story, which was me starting out in costume songwriting, where I was like, okay, people have so many great stories and they don't have that musical approach to telling that. So let me do it for you. That's how I started my costume songwriting. But I feel like everyone actually can do that, and it's such a personal thing that I really want to take people in and bring them into that world of songwriting so that you can try it for yourself. And this is why this video is more about you singing your own story. And with that being said, I would say let's dive in. Okay, how are we starting this whole thing? Each song is a story that you tell, and a story always has a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's what we structure today. It's called building a roadmap. It's almost like making a storyboard for your song. And the content for that storyboard you already have in your journal because you are journaling, so you have a lot of entries that talk about your feelings, stuff that happens. And what we are doing now is we are taking all these things and different sections out of that journal entry, and then we bring that into a structure, and then that is our roadmap for building a song. I've brought one of my songs. It's called Small Town. It's the first song on my EP, and that shows pretty well what I'm talking about. Let's see. I created a little template where we can build our map. A song usually has a verse, a chorus, and a bridge. These are the three sections. Sometimes you have a pre-chorus as well, or an interlude, or whatever, but these are the main things that we are focusing on today. So we have our first verse, then we have our chorus, then again into verse 2, leading into the second chorus, then we might have a bridge, and then another chorus. Okay, imagine watching a movie. What is the first thing that you see or that you experience? It's like a scene setting, right? That we use in songwriting as well, and usually we write that in the first verse. Like, what is happening? Where are we? What are you seeing, feeling, smelling? All kind of senses make sense here. So we take our journal entry and we just go through, okay, what is actually happening? Let's set a scene. And all of that you just put in first verse. You don't have to write any specific lyrics already. We just trying to map it out, and then the lyrics writing is after building the roadmap. In my case, in the song Small Town, in the first verse, I set a scene with saying, okay, I'm 24 now, and I think that if you would ask me, my younger self, she would say that I figured it out by now, but all around me, what's happening is that people are getting married and are like getting babies, and I'm so confused because I'm like, all these surroundings are changing and settling and I feel lost. So I say, friends invited us and we are having a chilled evening. They have a 12-piece tableware set, which is very specific, or I even talk about how friends invited us over for raclette, which is I don't even know if that is a German thing, but it's like a dish that you have in wintertime. Leading into the chorus. This is the main thing where you actually are saying what the song is about. Best example here, anxiety kicks in. I don't want to end up like this. I'm afraid of all the extraordinary things I would miss if I settle down in this small town. That's what the song is about. So in the chorus you put the cure message of the song. And then in verse 2 you can continue talking about the story, getting more specific or bringing in a new angle of the story, which in my case is, I wish that I could live with all these shoulds to feel the way that I felt back as a kid. Because I feel these changes coming and I do change myself and I have all these shoulds in my head because like other people around me, I see them doing this and I don't want to, but I also don't know what I want. So what should I do and what do people want me to do? And all these questions and shoulds that I have, and I wish that I could just go back and seeing life more simple. I know how I used to feel about my town and my surroundings when I was a child. I don't know how to feel about that now. So what I actually say is that everyone told me that it will be fun after we finally made it to 21, and now I'm there and now I'm just confused. So it's a different angle. It's like looking back on your childhood, thinking like from the scene that I'm in or from the surroundings I'm in, looking outwards, looking backwards, so that the listener gets an even better idea of what's actually going on and what you're talking about, and also the thing that you're saying in the chorus for the first time in the first chorus. Now in the second verse you like giving examples for why is that, why are you having anxiety, and why are the things happening, and why are you feeling the things that you are saying in the chorus with specific examples. And then you go into the next chorus, which basically would be the same thing as the first chorus. Repetition is our friend when it comes to songwriting. And then that might lead into a bridge. Small Town does not have a bridge. It has a interlude and a guitar solo, but usually a bridge is some kind of turning point. It has a different mood, maybe even you use different chords there, or your story is turning as well. In this case, a bridge could talk about, oh, I met this person now and suddenly everything is changing and suddenly everything makes sense, and now since I know this person, I all of a sudden I'm not afraid anymore of settling down because this person makes me want to, or whatever it is. Often bridges get used as bringing a new flavor into the song or turning the story into a new direction. And then you go from the bridge into the last chorus, which can be just the same Or if you are making a turn in the bridge, your last chorus might take a turn as well, maybe. I do have another song, it's called Enough. I wrote myself through the belief of not being good enough into, okay, I will feel good enough, I do feel good enough, I am enough. And then the last chorus, the lyrics is changed. So I want to say something different here. You don't have to write the specific lyrics down. It's just what do you want to say in these specific parts. Okay, let me summarize all that. The first verse is for opening the movie, the scene. Where are we? What are we feeling? What are we seeing? What is it that's happening? Then we go into the chorus. In the chorus we say, what is the song actually about? What is the main thing we want to talk about? Some line of the chorus will end up being the title most of the time. So what is it that the song is actually about? In the second verse, you continue the story and you give more examples about why you have that situation that you are telling people, the listener, in the chorus. Going into the next chorus, repetition is key here. Then you might want to go into a bridge where you bring a new flavor, a new perspective, something changes, something new comes along. And then you go into the last chorus where you repeat again, or you might change what you want to say a little bit depending on what turn you've made in the bridge. And as simple as that, we've written a storyboard. So from there we can continue writing lyrics already knowing what we are wanting to say, and that higher the chances the listener can follow through while listening. Yeah, it's a super cool structured approach because my journal entries are a little bit all over the place sometimes. I just write whatever comes to my mind, and this is how I bring structure into what I think and what I feel and what is happening. Then I usually play the piano or the guitar and I write lyrics and melody combined because that works well for me. But that is for another video. I will link you a video up here that you can watch now when you've written your storyboard and you wonder how you continue writing your song. Next step would be writing lyrics and melody. Tell me about your approaches to songwriting, how you write songs, how you structure your mind. Oh, that also is a thing that for me, whenever I am done with my songwriting session, I feel way more calm and structured, because that is a way of reflecting actually. What is it that I want to say? In one video I talk about how you have to limit yourself when it comes to songwriting, because you only have a specific amount of words you can use. So this is me really sharpening what is the message I want to get through and what is the thing that I want to tell people and that I want to maybe get clarity myself about. So the road mapping is the first step of me feeling way more calm, having way more clarity about this specific situation or a feeling I'm writing about. And that continues to happen when I go into the lyrics and the melody writing, which we will in the next video. So subscribe and hit the bell that you will be notified when there are new videos coming, which usually is once a week. If you want me to make a video about anything more specific in that video, if you want to know anything, ask away. I'm happy to answer you. If you want to hop over to Instagram and send me a DM. I love to listen to your voices and to your stories. And until then, have fun writing your own story and see you next time. Bye!